All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Chelle. Thank you for coming to Dr. Test Prep. My goal is to help you be the best that you can be in life. And right now we're focusing on the PSAT and SAT and math. Because you know what? When you believe in yourself, you can literally do anything. All right, except maybe fly without a plane. Moving on. Right now we're looking at Unit 6, Algebra, and we're looking at Lesson 2 on linear equation word problems, and we're looking at the harder examples that I wrote, similar to the harder examples that Khan had on his site. But again, remember what makes our channel different is that we do the Desmos calculator. That's what we're doing. If you bought my book on Amazon, wonderful. We're on page 105. If you didn't, life will go on. Make sure you have paper and pencil, and everybody needs to have the Desmos calculator open. Use the link in the description, and then make sure you choose Assessment College Board. Let's look at number 4. Peter works at a computer store on commission. He earns 8% on the first $4,000 in sales and 10% on any sales over $4,000. If Peter earned $1,200 in commission, how many total sales did he make? Okay. So we're looking at two different things going on. And this, remember, now we're looking at almost like advanced algebra. So the thing that we've got going on is we know that he made $1,200. That's his commission. And I already have the formula over here. I should take that off. Okay. So what happened is he makes 8% on the first 4,000. So we're going to put 0.08 for 8%. And then we're going to put 4,000 because we know that he earned 8% on that. And if you double check, we know he had to have done more money because 0.8 times 4,000 means he earned $320. So he definitely earned more than that. Here's the issue. We can't just put 0.1 and then X because if he earned 10,000, if he had $10,000 in sales, it's not 10% of $10,000. It would be 10% of $6,000 because we have to subtract the $4,000 that he already made 8% on. So we're going to have the 0.1, and we're going to have however many total sales he made, but we have to subtract the $4,000 that we already gave him credit for. And this equation is complicated to solve if you don't have the Desmos calculator, but we have it. So we're going to type it in, all that complication. We've got 1,200 equals, I'm going to put that back home to show you a trick, 0.08, or rather a technique, times 4,000. So that's 8% on the first $4,000. And he made 0.10 or 0.1 for 10%, times however many sales he had minus the $4,000 that he already got money for. Now, if we look at that formula, we can see that there's no solution in right here. So because we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars, you can keep scrolling out, but I haven't gone over this in a while, so I'm going to go over it again. If you click this little gear tool, these two spots allow you to come up with very long X values and very long Y values. So we're going to just make this X axis, say 20,000. And when we do that, it zooms kind of out for us. And now we can see exactly how much it was. So X, how much did he make in sales? He made $12,800 in sales to get his commission. All right, moving on. Annie purchased a refurbished camera for $20 from a thrift shop. It can take over 50,000 high quality pictures before the shutter needs to be replaced. And I learned this because even though I have a doctorate, I went back. I'm actually enrolled in community college right now, taking an intro to photography class, and I learned about this. I had no idea shutters had to be replaced. Who knew? Back to the question. So that's how you know I wrote these questions. I got some hints from ChatGPT, but most of these are mine. Anyway, the camera already had a shutter picture count of 31,925. If she takes 25 pictures a day, how many days can she use the camera before it might need a shutter? And what happened is when I wrote it, I intentionally gave you this because you don't need it. This information is extra information, and the SAT is notorious for giving you more information than you need. So that you can just focus out. we're going to have X equals days, and we take 25 pictures a day. So we have the 25 pictures a day plus the 31,925 pictures already in the camera equals 50,000. Now, if you were like me, you might have already just thought, well, I know it's 50,000 minus 31,925 equals divide by 25. Like that's how I probably honestly would have done it. But I want to show you how you get the words out. So 25 pictures a day means 25x. She's already taken 31,925. So that's why we add that together. And what does that have to equal? The 50,000. So we go over here and we type 25x plus 31,925 equals 50,000. And we can see our point here, and it's 723. So she can take it for 723 more days before most likely needing to replace the shutter. Raj is baking cookies for the student council sale. Each batch of cookies requires 3.5 cups of flour. I sometimes, for longer word problems, like to just make a note on the side. A 5-pound bag of flour has 18 cups. So 5 lb equals 18 cups. And about 1 cup of flour is lost through measuring and spillage. How many complete batches of cookies can Raj make? Okay, so basically, he has a 5-pound bag of flour. It has 18 cups in it. We know he's probably going to lose a cup in that. This is one where I probably even wouldn't create a perfect equation. I mean, we will. So we know that there's 18 cups here. We know that he's going to probably spill a cup. Okay, so we have to take that into account. And honestly, I would put it over here. And then we know that we need 3.5 cups per bag. And that's what I would just type in. I'm going to hit this home button to get my stuff centered again. So I'm going to type in 3.5x equals 18 minus 1. And I get this right here. I get 4.857. Here's the thing. The question is how many complete batches can he make with 1 bag of flour? We can't, making 0.857 of a batch isn't correct. And why I made this is because oftentimes we train you to round up. And so this could very well be a student response question. And you might say, oh, it's 5 because I'm rounding up, but he doesn't have enough to make 5 full batches. Raj only has enough to make 4 batches. Okay. All right. So listen up before you go. We have just finished Unit 6, Lesson 2, the harder examples. So before you go on to the next lesson, please go back to Khan Academy and give them more data. Take the practice questions on Unit 6, Lesson 2 and see if you mastered them or not. If you did, great, move on. If you didn't, maybe you need to look at some of Khan's videos to help you do better. When I say Khan, I mean generic. I don't know if Sal Khan made all of them. All right, we just finished that. In our next video, we're going to move on to linear relationship word problems. Lots of word problems for the first couple of units. All right, this is Dr. Chelle. See ya.